Robert wanted a birthday party, and coming to 70 years of age, he's never had a party of his own. It was very difficult for Robert because he's not got any family, very little friends, no next of kin. He sees staff as his family and other service users. So we'd been to Blackpool last year and he met a couple, two couples on holiday, got on very well with them. They were from Dundee as well, and that was in August, and then we got back for his party in September. We're organising his party and we thought it'd be a nice special surprise to invite the couples to Robert's party because he had no other friends. So we managed to trace them through. Somebody knew the gentleman where he stayed and managed to get his phone number, got invitations sent out to the two couples, and they came to the party and Robert was so delighted that they came. He's now struck up a friendship with these couples. He goes out for lunch with them and he's meeting them again on holiday this year in Blackpool. So throughout the night, staff were taking photographs of all the guests, Robert at his party, the singing and the dancing, and a special album was made for Robert to look through, so he's got fond memories of his evening, and he does look through it every day. A cake, a Dundee cake. That was a Dundee
strip.
Got a sign from the man.
There it is, yeah.
And staff had actually went to Dundee and got it signed for him, didn't they?
So what did you like best about the party?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, well, I had the disco. I was up singing.
What did you sing?
Quando, quando.
The improvement and positive outcome the party's had on Robert's life is he's now got friends in his life and he's meeting up with them on holiday again this year in Blackpool.
So Alex has been coming up. He comes up again once a week and tries to do his hours around when the sun is shining. And he's not only doing gardening, but it's simple kind of maintenance that we have around the project. He's repainted all the black ironworks that we have in the project. He's cleared up the back area next to the laundry, which was a complete mess. Janice Fraser would have a fit if she'd seen it, but I'd like to see her come round now and give it a seal of approval. And basic gardening works as well. He likes to keep himself really busy.
Until I moved in Gowrie, I had been over in France for 8 years. I worked with a charity. So I was occupied all the time. Suddenly I went from being very occupied to nothing. So I asked for key worker and they came up with this. I thought, it's great, it suits me because the hours allows me to get on with other things which I've managed to do, but it's something that's there all the time. It's just stable in my life at the moment. I get quite a lot out of it. Well, I get satisfaction is sort of you get to stand back afterwards and have a look at a job that, you know, a proper job done well, and because I've got the time, you don't need to rush the job. Also, the other things I personally get out of it is while I'm working away in the garden, you sort of, you just get time to sort of run little problems through your head. It's quite therapeutic in that way, you know. So that is what I get out of it, a bit of self-satisfaction and a bit of therapeutic stuff out of it as well, which is what it's designed for.
When the therapeutic work placements were coming available, I spoke with Andrew in a key work meeting and sort of touched on obviously the great work he'd done in the garden with Darren and other service users, and highlighted the therapeutic work placement with Gowrie Care, and if he was interested to think about it and get back to myself. So Andrew thought about it and he thought it would be a really good idea. So September of last year, Andrew gained a tenancy And at that time, obviously, the therapeutic work placement wasn't in place then, but we'd said obviously it would be winter coming up, but it would be probably spring, summer of next year. So Andrew kept in touch with us, and he came along in March of this year. We spoke about it again, made sure it was what he really wanted to do, because he obviously had moved on to South Fork Street. We didn't want to stop him from doing anything else. He was still up for the idea of doing it, so he started volunteering in April of this year, coming 4 hours to 6 hours per week. Again, obviously other service users that are present in the project were taking interest in helping Andrew out with matters. He's done the raised beds again, obviously looks after the Bug Hotel, does the front garden also. He's still volunteering at the moment. He's not on the payroll yet, but that'll be happening very soon. And Andrew just feels it's really, really good.
I had mental health issues and depression and various physical problems. Is the best way to describe it. And I find it was helping them with depression. It was letting us get outside, and I've got peace of mind doing it. Just something where I wasn't thinking about anything else.
One of our chaps, Rob, who was staying here when we got the initial grant to expand it, was quite keen on helping set it up, and we discovered about the whole therapeutic work placement in ESA, and that seemed to fit in with Rob quite well. Rob's confidence had taken a knock, and this seemed to be quite a good way to kind of help him get back up there.
There's 10 computers, and it takes 3 hours to sort of go through them, update them, clear all the rubbish off them. I also do it at South Fork Street as well, which is 1 hour on Saturday and 3 hours up here doing it. And it is good, and it does help you. It does help you feel more confident in yourself, and that you do know a wee bit of what you're doing if somebody asks you anything to do. And you do feel good, and it's really interesting. Even if people are in, you can help them as well, which is good. Is putting something back from where you were staying. It's nice to do that.
One of our staff from South Fork Street identified Scott, who just recently got his own tenancy. He just wanted to keep busy, and this is another way again to help him in essence work and get back into work. He can come into the project, and he's done a lot in the project. He's reorganised the clothes store for us. We now have a male changing area, female area, so it's a lot easier for us to take referrals now. It's something we never thought of in the past. We have a rack for male stuff, a rack for female stuff, but we have now 2 completely separate rooms. He's organised all the donations, he organises and washes them and cleans them and presents them, and now does manage our referrals that we get as well, as we're going to open it up to a lot more services out with Gowrie Care in the coming weeks. So he will be a massive asset to the project.
I basically was homeless after a breakdown, moved from Aberdeen to Edinburgh, ended up in Gowrie Care systems, the South Fork Street, and through that, all the positive help that I had received from them, I thought I wanted to give something back, and I was told about the Brunsfield Clothesline and asked if I wanted to be part of it, and I thought, yeah, I'll give it a try, and I've been here since December, and it's been absolutely fantastic because mentally it's helped me, physically I suppose it stopped me just being idle. It might only be 4 hours a week, but it's absolutely brilliant. It's given me a lot of positivity about myself and the willingness to get back to work and get back to normal life again.
What happened was around Christmas, what normally happens for us here at Lauriston, our engagement with residents get poor. People tend to go off and do their own thing, they don't like to be here. So this year, the idea was to how we're going to bring people together, how we're going to keep people's spirits and hopes up. quite a horrible time of year for some people. So I had this idea, I was looking out the window one day, looking at the house, had this idea to turn the summer house into a grotto. But more than just a grotto, it had to be something that, you know, gave meaning to the service users, not just something they could come along and get a wee cup of tea and then just leave. I think for our residents, it certainly made them feel part of something, it made them feel involved, because they also helped us set the grotto up. They helped when we invited other projects in, they were making the teas, the coffees, the hot chocolate, you know, they felt part of something.
The Grotto of Hope was an amazing experience for staff and service users. Our residents that took part was not only residents from the project, but we also had some residents coming in from St John's Hill to share the turning on the lights, and the experience of turning on the lights was just absolutely amazing. Just standing back and all the residents and staff outside in the garden and those lights being turned on and it just glowing, the Grotto of Hope, and seeing people going in and putting their words of where they wanted to be in the next year and trying to bring a wee bit of sparkle back into sort of Christmas rather than it being just an unhappy time for most people that live in homeless services, that just the excitement around the lights and having hot chocolate and, you know, cake and just, you know, outside, it was just amazing. It was a really, really amazing experience.
One of my favourite things was actually writing the hope for the following year. I just did mine actually with other residents who were around and having a coffee with them and going and see the hopes that other people put up and have a discussion about it.
The staff, I feel, are really quite amazing, to be honest, and Wendy definitely was very excited about Christmas and encouraged everybody else to be happy with that as well. So it was a kind of spreading the love, I suppose, which was very, very, very good indeed.
Last year we received loads of donations from, you know, small community shops all the way to John Lewis, like big companies. So this year we're hoping to bring that all back in, get the display bigger and open it to much more of a variety of people, as in not just Gowrie projects, other homeless projects in Edinburgh. We hopefully will have a wee time slot for the children from the local school and nursery to come along. So yeah, it's hopefully going to be much more community involved this year.
At Gowrie Student Support, we support students to go to college. We support people in 3 different colleges at the moment and also in other local authorities. The students can have any type of support. It's very tailored to their needs. They can have some scribing support, some emotional support, and sometimes people need support over lunchtime just to keep themselves building on social skills. When Robert was first referred to Gowrie Student Support, we went up to visit him at home, and he came across as a really shy young man who was about to go to college and really was quite apprehensive about it, although looking forward to it. To see the transformation in Robert is amazing. He's come on over the past few years in such a way that it's actually very good to see. He has blossomed into a very confident young man who's looking forward to life in university now because of the support he received at Gowrie Student Support.
I was unsure about where I was heading with myself because I did have a passion for history. I've always had a passion for history. I just didn't really know how to sort of go around and sort of trying to take that aim forwards. I wasn't really sociable back then, 3 years ago. I found it difficult trying to make friends. I did have my small sort of social circle within the department that helped me back in Harris, but I didn't really have much of a circle outside of that.
When we initially started to support Robert, we met with him on a daily basis and went into class with him. And we supported him with such things as helping him take his notes, keeping him focused in class, and also helping him over lunchtime support too. As the years have gone on, because his confidence has grown, our support was tailored down to just what he needed. It was his choice to have support just on a Monday and a Friday maybe, just looking at how his support was going, and it tailored off to the fact that he was just really keeping in contact with staff by the time that his college course actually finished.
I feel enthusiastic about my future. I feel like I feel driven for what's to come, and back then that wasn't really much of the case. I did have drive, but like I didn't felt as passionate or over dedicated or like very confident in that passion. I am who I am today thanks to the strategy that had been put in place by Gowrie Care.